younger siblings always give me the ninja because they be like, Nay, you hype me up. And when I go out in the real world and I expect for them to acknowledge my capability and my artistry, they just be like, meh. And I be like, it ain't my fault that the rest of the world is stupid and don't know that you special. In the years after Barbara died, when I started working like a mad woman, I was doing it to hold myself together. But all that effort and energy had an unexpected benefit. By the end of 1985, it had taken my career to a whole different level. Later in 1984, when I started recording Winter and You, my first album for MCA Records, I had no idea how successful it would become. Not only would the album go platinum, it would also earn me 2 more Grammy nominations, one for the Best R&B Vocal Performance, Female, and one for the #1 Pop and R&B single. On my own, once again now. A duet I did with ex-Doobie brother, Michael McDonald. I had already recorded the Burt Bacharach, Carl Bayer, Sager ballad by myself when we decided it would sound better as a duet. And oh boy, it was. That goddamn never to be spoken, and our love would always be true. Michael was brought in later to blend his voice with my recording. We even shot the video on separate coasts. We would not meet until we performed the song together on Johnny Carson's Tonight Show. It was during those recording sessions for Winter in LA when I had a little mishap that led to a very special performance. I was preparing to head out to Malibu to meet Bert and Carl to record the song Sleep With Me Tonight. I was rushing around my hotel room because Bud Ellison and our driver were on their way to pick me up for the session, and I wasn't even close to being ready. In my haste to get dressed, I stepped on a needle in the carpet. One of my producers, Sammy McKinney, was there when it happened, and he told me under no circumstances should I put on my heels. Patti doesn't go anywhere without her fever pumps, I reminded him. 10 minutes later, I was wishing I had listened to Sammy. Bud and I hadn't even gotten out of LA when my foot started aching, and I told our driver to take a little detour to the emergency room at Cedars-Sinai. The x-ray revealed that half the needle was still in my foot. Pause. I don't know what the hell, but it's something about me and glass, y'all. Ever since I was a little girl, I always had problem with glass. That's why whenever my wife bring new glass in the house, I be like, why you bring that shit in the house? It's inevitable that I'm going to step on it or cut myself open. You don't understand. This has been my problem. This has been my universe since I could remember. When we was living in Temple Court in the center of Sursum Quarters, we had a trash room, right? And my grandmother told me to take the trash down to the trash room where it all fell down to the incinerator in the bottom of the building. Child, I took my ass in there with no shoes on. I mean, I cut my foot wide open. It was so many cuts. It was so bad that my family was mad at me. All I knew was my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, came in, whisked me up. Y'all don't know how to take care of my baby. My paternal grandmother was like, what the hell is happening around there in the ghetto? Why the hell my baby got to get stitches in her feet from glass? What is happening around there? My maternal grandmother was like, Nay does not like to wear shoes. Until this day, I promise you, Nene does not like to wear shoes. I used to love running around with no shoes on, still do. Hence the reason why when I was 13 years old, I had a piece of glass in my foot for 2 years. I was so scared to tell my mammy, Mom, I was outside with no shoes on, that I had to walk around with glass in my foot. Because they gonna be like, how many goddamn times I done told you to stop walking around with no shoes on? All I know is that the body is a wondrous thing. Because the glass eventually worked its way out of my foot. I couldn't tell my mama. I didn't want to hear her mouth about me not having no shoes on. Child, I walked around. Oh my goodness. It had to be about 2-3 years. Had to be. And then one day my sock was just full of blood, and it was because the glass had worked its way out of my body. When I hobbled out of there, everyone in the room was still applauding, and I was all warmed up for my recording session. I unveiled the album's title song, Winter and You, for a non-medical audience in February when I returned to Broadway for a 4-week engagement at the Minskoff Theater. That May, 3 months after I was breaking records in New York, I was setting off alarms in Las Vegas. I was performing at Caesar's Palace, and Arsenio Hall was opening for me. This was Arsenio's debut in the Circus Maximus showroom. Years before, a boyfriend made all his millions, and he was genuinely impressed with the huge plush suite they had put me in. It was grand, but more important to me, it was set up just the way I like. I have been known to switch my hotel room in a heartbeat if the furniture arrangement doesn't feel right to me. That's funny. She then goes on to talk about feng shui. I don't know if I'm going to switch hotels because of the feng shui. The only way I would switch hotel rooms is if it was like one of them rooms that was like adjoining and the lock right there, and I don't know the person on the other side of the door, and the lock right there looked like it's flim-flamming. I'm telling you, that movie Vacancy messed my head up. I literally put chairs and furniture up against that door because I'm scared somebody gonna bust through that damn door. But I'm not changing my room because I don't like the way the furniture is set up. That's crazy. But you know, she is Patti. She is a diva. With my career at an all-time high, my sister Jackie started traveling with me to handle the marketing and sale of all Patti paraphernalia. The concert programs, the t-shirts, the posters. It was more than needing somebody to deal with the merchandise. After I lost Vivian and Barbara, I wanted to be with Jackie as much as possible. Jackie was determined to do all she could to put me at the top, right where she thought I deserved to be. So pause, I'm talking a little bit, y'all. My younger siblings always give me the ninja because they be like, Nay, you hype me up. You made me think I was better than what I was. And when I go out in the real world and I expect for them to acknowledge my capability and my artistry, they just be like, meh. And I be like, it ain't my fault that the rest of the world is stupid and don't know that you special. Unfortunately, we never agreed on anything. If I said red, Jackie said blue. If I said up, Jackie said down. If I said yes, Jackie said hell no. The tension between us kept building and building. One night, things came to a head. I was performing in Atlantic City, and Jackie was having problems with the hotel management about the placement of the merchandise. Patsy, she said, as I was getting dressed for the show, you need to come out here and straighten these people out. I looked at her like she had lost her mind. Jackie, don't you see me trying to get myself ready to do a show? I don't have any time to straighten out anybody. I don't even have time to get myself together. And anyway, what would I look like going out into the lobby half dressed to make a fuss about some damn t-shirts? This is your department. You handle it. Jackie went off. Oh, so you think you Miss Patti, huh? Hot shit, LaBelle, huh? Too good to deal with the help, huh? The next thing I knew, Jackie had ripped off my bra, tied it around my neck, and was trying to strangle me with it. God damn! Damn, I done had a lot of things happen to me in life. I done got kidnapped before. I done got roofied by 3 police officers and a prostitute before. Got robbed at gunpoint. Avoided getting shot every single Friday and Saturday night at the Black Hole. But I ain't never, ever been strangled with my own bra. Damn. Woo. My sister bigger than me, y'all. And my brother, of course, he's stronger than me. Child, they be calling me little big sister. Yeah, okay, you come at me like that, I'm gonna mace the fuck out of your ass. You have to understand, at her heaviest, Jackie was a size 6 and weighed 95 pounds with a row of quarters in each pocket. But for some reason, my baby sister thought she could fight. She was a fiery, feisty little thing. But I couldn't let her get away with this. Trying to strangle me with my own bra? Oh no, I started swinging and cussing. I called her all kinds of witches with a capital B. My niece, Stacy, was screaming for us to stop. Norma was trying to pull us apart. And Jackie and I kept right on fighting. Before it was all over, they had to call security to pull us off each other. I didn't understand what made Jackie act that way. What made her so angry, so hostile. I didn't know it at the time, but Jackie was sick, very sick. Once again, I was the last to find out.
Taking a ride on the east side, made a left on MLK. What a beautiful day, what a beautiful day. Riding high on the west side, looking for a hood rat to play. Won't you come out and play? Won't you come out and play? Hey, taking a ride. Hey, hey, on the south side. Ooh, ooh. Hey,